Imagine you are the CEO of a $86 billion tech monopoly. It is a Friday afternoon. You log into a routine video call. 30 minutes later, they tell you you're fired.
When the company that gave us ChatGPT fired its CEO.
Breaking news, Sam Altman was just kicked out of OpenAI.
CEO Sam Altman's dramatic ousting last fall.
Co-founders Sam Altman and Greg Brockman, after Altman was dismissed by the board.
Just like that, you lose the empire you built. Your board just executed a perfect legal strike to remove you. You own zero stock. Legally, you have no power. Your career should be over. Most founders would have walked away, but Sam Altman wasn't going to give up that easily. He didn't just go home and wait for things to magically get better. He made a choice to fight for what was his. He spent the next 5 days making the moves to win his company back. And when he finally stepped back into that building, he took over. He removed the leaders. He took total control. He rebuilt the system so the AI industry couldn't turn on him again. He did what everyone said was against the rules. Most people don't even think a move like that is possible. Well, that is exactly what we are breaking down today. This was a masterclass in how to stay at the top. I'm going to show you how Sam Altman walked back into that building using nothing but his wits. He didn't need the things most people think you need. He didn't have the share, and he didn't have the title. He just knew how the game was actually played. That's the difference between a boss and an employee. Most people get stuck following the rules on paper. They only see what they are allowed to do. But the people at the top, they play by a different set of rules. Because at the end of the day, power isn't given, it's taken. Sam played the game perfectly when everything was on the line. Watch how he applied these rules of leverage, starting with the legal trap that almost destroyed him. Every big business fight starts with rules and laws. In this case, it all starts with the special way OpenAI was set up. The company was built as a charity that didn't pay taxes. Because of that setup, the board was the ultimate boss. Even though they were the bosses, the board owned zero stock, and Sam Altman was in the exact same position. He owned zero shares, even though he was the CEO. But underneath the surface, two different missions were about to collide. While Sam wanted to grow the company as fast as possible, the board felt they had no choice but to move slowly. They believed it was the only way to keep AI safe. They weren't just running a business, they were watching over a tool that could be dangerous if built too fast. They were terrified that a super smart AI could become impossible to control. To them, slowing down wasn't a mistake. It was their job to protect the world. They saw themselves as the kill switch that was supposed to stop Sam if he went too far. And this fight between the board and Sam Altman actually started over a single business report. A board member named Helen Toner wrote a report about the future of AI. In that report, she praised a rival company while attacking OpenAI for being reckless. To Sam, this move was a total betrayal. It was like a teammate scoring a goal for the other team, then bragging about it. Because he saw it as a direct attack on the company's name, he tried to remove her. But Sam didn't have enough votes. And by making that move, he showed his cards too early. Now that the board saw he was against them, they knew they couldn't just sit there. They had to move fast and strike first, before he caused more trouble. They had the legal power to fire him, but they were about to learn that legal power only works if people choose to follow it. Sam spent years making close friends with the people who built the code at OpenAI. But he wasn't just making friends. He was making himself the face of the whole company. He knew that when the world thought of OpenAI, they really just thought of Sam Altman. This meant that if he walked out the door, the value of the whole company would walk out with him. Rule number 1, treat titles as paper. A board seat or a CEO title gives you zero real power. The board thought their title was their power, but Sam knew better. He understood that a title is just a word on a business card. That's because true power isn't about what a piece of paper says. It's about who will follow you when things get hard. With that plan in mind, the board made their move to take total control. To win a fight like this, you have to keep things quiet and move fast. The board waited until a Friday afternoon when everyone was finished for the week. That's when they hopped on a video call and told Sam he was fired. They kept it so quiet that they didn't even tell the workers. They didn't even tell Microsoft, the company that kept their lights on. Microsoft paid the bills and owned the giant computers that the AI needed to run. This was a massive risk, especially because a huge $86 billion deal was happening at that exact moment. That deal was a stock sale, the one moment where everyone was about to get rich. A stock sale is when owners trade their pieces of the company for actual cash. For the workers, it is the ultimate payday for everyone who built the company. By firing Sam now, the board showed they were okay with losing that huge payday. This was a massive risk because the buyers were only paying $86 billion because they trusted Sam. When the board kicked him out, the buyers got scared and pulled their money back. They didn't want to buy a company that was in the middle of a war. To try and fix the mess, the board put a leader named Mira Murati in charge to keep the workers calm. But they were wrong. Mira didn't want Sam's job. She wanted Sam back. But behind closed doors, things were getting even more intense. Mira and the other top leaders cornered the board and gave them a 30-minute deadline. They told the board, "Explain why you fired Sam, or we all quit right now." She told the board to their faces that the company could not work without him. She used her power as the new boss to try and work out a deal to bring him back. But while she was fighting the board, the workers realized their payday was gone. The buyers had already taken their money back, and just like that, the workers' millions were trapped. They had money on paper, but zero cash in their pockets. By Sunday night, the board tried to show they were still in charge. They ignored Mira Murati and hired a new CEO, Emmett Shear. They thought a new face would end the rebellion. But Sam was already 10 steps ahead. He didn't sit at home and wait for a phone call. Instead, he was already in meetings at Microsoft and holding strategy sessions at his house. Sam knew that if he wanted the workers to go on strike and quit while staying on his side, he had to protect their families first. He realized that people won't leave their jobs if they are scared of being poor. Rule number 2, find a power partner. You can't lead a rebellion if your team is worried about their paychecks. That's why Sam called the one man with enough power to help, Satya Nadella. Satya is the boss of Microsoft, and he was very angry. He had just put $13 billion into OpenAI, but the board didn't even call him to say they were firing Sam. They treated one of the most powerful people in the world like he didn't matter. But Satya didn't just get mad, he made a move. He knew that if Sam was gone, his giant investment might disappear. So, he made an offer that shocked everyone. He offered a job to Sam, and then he offered a job to every single person who worked at OpenAI. He told them, "If you quit today, you have a job and the same pay at Microsoft tomorrow." This was a huge move. It meant Satya could keep the best team in the world without even buying the company. This move took away the fear, and it gave the workers the green light to fight back. With their paychecks safe, Sam's army was finally ready to move. Within hours, a letter started moving through the company that would change everything. Over 700 employees signed their names to a single demand: "Bring back Sam, or we all quit." This was the moment the board realized their legal power meant nothing if the builders refused to build. Their contracts were just useless pieces of paper without the team. But the biggest shock was still yet to come. Ilya Sutskever, the man who actually led the firing, publicly changed his mind and signed the letter too. He posted, "I deeply regret my participation in the board's actions. I never intended to harm OpenAI." He did this because he realized he had won the fight but lost the army. Reports say that a tearful plea from his friend's wife, Anna Brockman, finally changed his heart. She begged him to save the company they all built together. He realized that while he was trying to protect the mission, he was actually hurting the people. Just like that, the fight was won. That Sunday, Sam walked back into the OpenAI building as a guest. He took a photo holding up his green guest pass for the whole world to see. His message was simple: "First and last time I ever wear one of these." It was the ultimate victory lap. The board was gone, the workers were celebrating, and Sam was back on top. The 5-day war that almost destroyed the future of AI had finally ended. But Sam didn't just get lucky. He won because he turned total chaos into absolute clarity. Rule number 3, control the talent. True leverage is controlling the assets the company needs to survive. In the modern economy, that means the builders. Build a team that refuses to work without you, and you become untouchable. With no army left to lead, the board finally gave up. Sam came back, picked new leaders he liked, and took total control. Sam Altman went from fired to absolute power in 5 days. He didn't use stock, and he didn't use legal titles. He used leverage. Your brain can build a company, but only leverage makes sure you stay the boss. That is the real game.